Right, I'm here today direct from 2000 Trees Festival 2024, and I am here today with
an existing member of the world that's currently alive. My name is Kid Bookie.
We out here existing, we are alive, and you are listening to, watching, and being part of a Hive magazine interview. Let's go. Okay, I know you've been talking a lot. I know your voice is getting warmed up, but first and foremost, I want to run you through the ring. Okay, how many vocal warm-ups do you actually know, like off the top of your head? Shall we do one together?
Not many, because I forget them all, and I got like the singing teacher that always like put stuff out.
Yeah. Okay.
And I never do them before any show, so I just like sing a lot in the car before the way, and then I just keep singing, and I just keep singing, and I just keep doing everything.
Yeah.
And I just go, and I'm like, and then I'm like, and then like the voice is warmed up.
I think that's a vocal warm up in and of itself. To be honest, yeah, getting here today is quite important to get warmed up and make sure you're on key and everything. But no, it's good to know that you have a playlist and everything that you go through. To be candid with you, I really wanted to get into this interview specifically with you, because I want to know what it's like chatting with someone else of color in this scene in an official capacity.
Yeah, oh yeah. Shout out to the niggas.
You know it, man. But obviously, it's not a hugely diverse pool, but we're trying to expand that, and we're trying to represent. So, yeah, seeing people of color here, what's that like for you?
Funny enough, I think it's when you are of colour, it's one of the first things you say when you walk into anywhere.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did when I got here. I was like, damn.
So, but I guess ultimately, I ain't give it too much of a fuck. Not in in a way where it's like I don't care. It's just more like it's also like, where does the issue lie? If there's only a small handful of it, then it's like, I'm not blaming everyone that's fucking here, because they're fucking here. Like,
yeah.
I'm blaming why the fuck like there's people that look like me are not always fucking bumping the shit I'm bumping, because their fucking mums have got crucifixes on the fucking wall and all scared of a fucking lyric, you pricks. So it's like, you know, let's find out what the root issue is. Well, it ain't everyone that's here.
It's a good point, though, because one of the things that I think is a concern for a lot of people is that they don't see people who are like them out there doing what they do. And you're out here basically playing big stages. Do you think that now that you've been given this platform, do you think that's affecting how people are going to perceive you and start coming to more shows like this, start diversifying what they listen to?
Yes, 100%. It's in a way. But I also think, because I'm not the primal face you sometimes want to look at, I do feel like I sometimes do get a little overlooked. And I only kind of feel like that recently, because it's like, when I compare my trajectory to a lot of people's what I've done, kind of what I do, kind of like, first and foremost, my flies are undone, so my dick's trying to seep out. And second of all, he's kind of like, all right, well, what more do you got to do sometimes? But I'm patient, and I'm kind of humble. You know, I'm not always a good person, but I'm not always a nice person, but I'm a good person. So
I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I know that you try and do your best with that kind of thing, but when you do get into that mental headspace, maybe would you call it imposter syndrome? That kind of
heavy imposter syndrome.
How do you find your way out of that? I'm asking for personal advice.
I guess you just kind of like, you don't sometimes need to look at through the lenses of that others see you as and what you see yourself. Then it starts to alter how you see yourself in the mirror. If you're looking at yourself and always looking for critique of who you are, then you're searching really hard. Other people don't search that hard on you, because they see, if anything, we see the beauty in many others than we see before ourselves. So you kind of got to take that approach and that pragmacy to yourself, and just realize that you got to be patient with who you are. And just realize that you're here for a reason. I do the same thing every time. How the fuck am I here? Why am I here? Why am I doing what I'm doing? But then clearly something must have worked. So let me ride it out.
Okay, so I just want to wrap up real quick by saying we are doing a bit of a thing to make sure that artists feel like they're seen and have a part of the interviews. 2000 Trees doesn't have a mascot, but I've actually designed one for it. I was hoping maybe you could come up with a name and a catchphrase for it as well. So I'm going to show you the design for it real quick. So I thought, who best to name it other than the artist of 2000 Trees? Do we have a name that comes to mind?
Musty Body, because he must be Buddy.
He must be budding. I love that. I love that. That is perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time
Musty
out.
Body. That's a good name for Musty. Musty's nice.
It's good. It's good. I love it. I love it. It's sticking, man. But yeah, thank you.
Musty.
Thank you for having a conversation with me, man. That was an awkward handshake, but you know, who cares? We bring it.
Yeah,
This
man,
has been Kid Bookie, and this has been a Hive magazine interview. Peace.